Welcome to the One Star Weak Foot Show, your one-stop shop for player reviews, starring your host, One Star Weak Foot, and our review specialist, One Star Weak Foot. Good evening and welcome to the One Star Weak Foot Show, your one-stop shop for player reviews. I'm going to be your host today, One Star Weak Foot, and it makes me feel so joyous to see you back on the channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. It gives me some warm feelings inside my bones. So, as you guys can tell by the thumbnail, we're here to review two players from the Liga team of the season. I mean, EA dropped it yesterday, and I was looking at it, and I'm not too mad at it, actually, because it means that red picks are going to be decent this week. The ceiling is not too high with the Bundesliga team of the season not really having that many top-tier players. But the ceiling is also, or the floor, rather, is not too low because the Liga NOS players are all really usable cards. Today, we're going to be talking about two of the most desirable cards in the Liga NOS, and the first one's going to be 92 rated Gabriel. And when you look at this card, he looks like the poor man's Hullet. I mean, he has the 5-star weak foot. He's 6'2". He has medium-high work rates, and he's Hullet gang. He has 80s in every stat and 90s in 4 out of the 6 face stats. He's left-footed. He has 3-star skill moves. I played 4 games in division rivals with him. I got 1 goal and 1 assist. And before we go any further, if you're enjoying the content, if you want more team of the season player reviews, do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. Hit the like button down below, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. I appreciate all you guys at home for watching this video. So, Gabriel's card has gotten a massive upgrade, and when you look at his stats, I mean, there's not any major weaknesses here. His shooting, solid. Passing, defending, physical are all elite. The only 2 things that worry me about this card are going to be his agility and balance. 76 and 78 at 6'2" does look worrisome. And his sprint speed is not that high. 76, once again, is not the best. So I decided to throw an engine chem style on him. I think pretty much that's the only chem style you really should be going for on a card like this. The next card we're going to be reviewing is none other than possibly the best left back on this game, Alex Telles. And if you've ever used him in any FIFA, because he's been overpowered for like 2 or 3 FIFAs in a row now, you'll know that he is in the running every year at the end of the year for being one of the best left backs in the game. And even though he's in Liga NOS, I mean, the fact that he's Brazilian makes him very linkable for a lot of people. He's 5'11". He has high work rates. He's left-footed with the 3-star skill moves and the 2-star weak foot. Once again, I've played 4 games in rivals with him. I got 0 goals and 0 assists. And we look at this card, he looks like the perfect left back. I mean, what here, you know, is his weakness as far as left backs go? I mean, his pace is great. His passing, once again, his passing is insane. If you like to hit those sweaty through balls down the wing, I suspect he's going to be very good at that. His dribbling, defending, and physical are all amazing stats. So, without further ado, I'm going to take you over to our review specialist in the studios, One Star Weak Foot. Take it away. Thanks, One Star. So as you guys know, we're doing 2 for the price of 1, and the first one we're going to be talking about here is 92 rated Gabriel. He is selling for 112,000 coins on the PS4 market. Is he worth it? I would have to say absolutely. We're going to break down the stats so you know exactly what to expect at home. So first we're going to talk about his pace. He has 80 pace, and in game it's exactly how you would expect. I mean, I know it got boosted to like 84, 85-ish with the engine chem style, but it felt like 80 in game. I mean, he has decent acceleration at 83. So over small periods of space, he doesn't really get exposed for pace. But over longer periods of space, let's say you use this guy to push all the way forward, and then you need him to track all the way back, he does feel a little lumbering at times. He does feel a little bit slow in that regard. But overall, I think his pace is fine for the CDM position, and I gotta give it an 8 out of 10. Next, we're gonna talk about this guy's shot, and honestly, the thing I really notice the most about him is his 85 attack positioning. He drifts into very nice areas. He makes very nice late runs into the box. I mean, I had him playing CDM in the 4-2-2 on balanced instructions, and that was absolutely perfect. I mean, he was there defensively when I needed him, and offensively, when he was pushing forward, he was doing it dangerously. His finishing is hit or miss in my experience. I mean, he has the 5-star weak foot, which is a big plus, but his pure finishing, I'm not really that big of a fan of it. I mean, if you get it from a good angle, it's going to hit the back of the net. But there were so many times he hit the post for me. So many times he fluffed the chance for me. And I think it just comes down to his subpar 78 finishing. His shot power, though, is very nice. So once he does hit it on target, it's going to hit the back of the net. He has 99 shot power. Overall, I got to give his shooting a 7.5 out of 10. It's solid if you want a CDM that can shoot. But it's not really something you'd want out of a attack-minded CM if that's what you want. Next, we're going to talk about his passing, and his passing was solid. I have no complaints whatsoever. His passing stats are almost maxed out, especially with the engine chem style. And in-game, it felt like that. I mean, he felt so comfortable as far as passing out of pressure, making long passes. If you're somebody who likes to counter, send your attackers forward, and use your midfielders to spray over-the-top through balls, yo, this guy's going to be amazing at that. His passing in and around the box as well was very accurate, and overall, his passing has to be a 9.5 out of 10. I have no complaints whatsoever about his passing. Next, we're going to talk about this guy's dribbling, and this was the number one thing I was worried about going into the review, and I would say it was decent, all right? He has 76 agility, 78 balance, which was boosted to 80 agility and 86 balance with the engine chem style. And in game, I would say he's decent at turning, all right? He's not anything more than that. So if you need to dribble out of trouble, keep it simple. I think he'll be able to do it. If you do anything too complicated, he will get dispossessed. I mean, you can't really expect much out of a 6'2" player on this game. You just can't. That being said, though, if you keep it simple, he's very nice. He'll surprise you at times with his close control. He'll surprise you at times with how he's able to resist pressure. Just like I said, keep it simple. He'll be fine. His 97 composure helps him in all aspects of his game. And overall, his dribbling has to be an 8 out of 10. For the CDM role is fine. I wouldn't really want him as a CM, but I'm sure he could do okay if you keep it simple with him. Yeah. Next, we're going to talk about his defending and physical. And I would say his defending and physical was solid, but he's more of a midfielder that does his job quietly rather than somebody who makes his presence known on the game. He's always going to be in the right position, so let's get that straight. He has 90 defensive awareness, is very good. His stand tackle, it feels good. It's clean. It's decently aggressive, but he's not somebody who's going to be barging into challenges like the Witzel card that just came out, like Vieira, like Hullet. He's not somebody who imposes his will on the opposition. He's more so somebody who goes in, does his job, and takes the ball, which is solid as well. His interceptions are very decent. He has 96 interceptions. He has decently long legs. He breaks up play pretty well, and he has 95 stamina. He lasts all game. Overall, I would say his defending and physical is an 8.5 out of 10. He doesn't impose as well on the game like Vieira and Hullet, but at the same time, he will quietly do a reliable job for you. Alright guys, so what's the final verdict on this card? I think this Gabriel card is a great card to bring in if you're on the budget. He does everything at a decent level. His pace is decent. His shooting is able to keep the opposition honest. His passing is really good. His dribbling is decent enough to get you out of pressure. And his defending and physical, while not that top tier that you would expect from his stats, is very reliable. And overall, I gotta give him an 8.5 out of 10. If you could link him, maybe bring him in with Totssf into your side, I think that's a solid choice to make. Next, we're going to talk about 94 Totssf, and he is selling for a whopping $455K on the PS4 market. Is he worth it? I would say not quite. I would say wait for him to drop to 350, 400. I think that's a better price. I think he's a bit inflated due to hype right now. We're going to break down the stats so you know exactly what to expect. So, first we're going to talk about his pace. He has 96 pace, and he feels rapid. I would say on the ball, he does feel a little bit slower than 96 pace. But in the important aspects of the game, when it comes to tracking back, he never gets beat for pace if he's in position. Overall, his pace is a 9.5 out of 10. I really enjoy it. Next, we're going to talk about his passing. And this is something not to be overlooked. If you're a sweaty player who likes to send through balls down the line, Alex Telles' through balls, whether it's over the top or driven or just on the ground regular through ball, are amazing. I have not used a fullback on this game that had such great vision, great passing to really curve through balls around the defense. I really enjoy that about this card. His crossing is maxed out 99 as well. And overall, I gotta say his passing is a 9.75 out of 10. It doesn't get any better than this. He's pretty much like a Trent Alexander-Arnold on the left side. It's really enjoyable to have. Next, we're going to talk about his dribbling, and once again, I would say his dribbling is great. I mean, he has really nice dribbling stats. His agility and balance is not that great, though. It's 83 and 80 respectively. And in game, I would say he feels like a smooth midfielder on the ball rather than a winger. I mean, if you've used some of the better attacking fullbacks on this game, like Lodi Future Stars, you would know that they feel almost like wingers on the ball. Telles feels more like a smooth midfielder on the ball, if you know what I mean. Overall, though, he feels safe in possession, and if you keep it simple, he'll be fine. I gotta give his dribbling an 8 out of 10. Next, we're going to talk about his defending and physical, and I think this is where Telles really shines. I think defensively, he is one of the best left backs you can get on this game. I mean, everything is perfect on him. He has the pace, to cover the wing. He has the interceptions, the break of play, the defensive awareness. He has decent work rates at high, and his actual stand tackle is so clean. I can't stress enough how clean it was. Every single time I went into a challenge with this card, I was confident I was coming away with the ball. It doesn't matter if the guy was a strong player. It doesn't matter if the guy is a nimble, agile player. He can cover both, and he can do it very aggressively. His strength at 78 is pretty solid. It's not amazing, but at the same time, being that the meta is the agile players, I think it's more than enough. He has 99 stamina, so he does last all game, and overall his defending and physical is a 9.75 out of 10. It is near perfect, and if you need a safe left back defensively, this guy's gonna be your guy. All right, guys, so what's the final verdict on this card? You might be confused because I am saying that he's not worth the coins, and the only reason why I say that is because he can be hard to link. You might make some sacrifices to link him to your squad, but if you can link him on 10 chem, I think he might be the best left back on this game. I haven't tried any left backs so far this year that are better than him. I mean, he pretty much is the total package, and he has amazing passing to help him push him forward as well. Overall, I gotta give him a 9.75 out of 10. I really enjoyed this card, and if you get him in your red picks, you better take him. Alright guys, so that's going to be my Totssf and Gabriel double review. Hope you guys at home enjoyed it. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video, but until then, later.